Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video we're going to look at something slightly unusual, something that's old and older than me. So we're going to be looking at, this is a filming of the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. Now I thought this was the original. I was wrong. So this is the 1965 version. The original version was all of these were made for film. The 1957 version, which I'd never heard of, I don't know if I can even find, that starred, oddly enough, Julie Andrews, who was a favorite of mine. And yes, I'll be probably reviewing some more of her stuff at some point. But I'm reviewing the one that I remember as a kid that was broadcast on television, was the 1965 version, who has the title role is for Cinderella. Who is it? Really staring on. Lesley Ann Warren is Cinderella in this, and then Stuart Damon is the prince. So this is the one that I remember showing up on television. I've rewatched it for this video. It's interesting. It's aged. It's very obvious it was done in the 60s on a soundstage. This is very, very obvious. They don't try to hide it. It looks like it's done on besides the soundstage, it looks like it would have been done on a Broadway soundstage or a Broadway stage. So that's the type of scenery you have and this type of props. In fact, at one point in time when they're singing and Cinderella's off the ball supposedly flying, it's very, very obvious it's paper and it's effect. So it uses a little bit sparkly stuff. It's early television. Again, this came out in, what was it? Yeah, 1965. So that's something to be aware of when watching this. The music is fantastic. Music is always fantastic. Lesley Ann Warren does an amazing job. You also have the king and queen. The queen is played by Ginger Rogers, who's an amazing dancer. I think you see her dance at least once, because of course you would. I've actually seen a lot of her films. I have not seen a lot of her films. Something to do. But this is what I remember from my childhood. It's beautiful. The music is fantastic. It's very classic. It's the basic story of Cinderella. Strangely enough, not in most of these Cinderella stories, including the Disney ones that I've been covering, are actually not based on the Brothers Grimm. It's actually based on a French tale by Charles, and I'm going to mispronounce this last name, Perrault. And it's based on his story that translates to Cinderella or the Little Glass Slipper. That's where you get the fairy godmother and the mice and things. That's coming from this tale. And that's, yes, where Disney's Cinderella is based on that tale. I will definitely see if I can get a hold of that and review that actual tale. But that's what this is based on. It's very much a play. When I watched this rendition, it did have, you had side, basically, where they would change the screen, essentially, where you would, like, broadcast Cinderella, where you would have the commercials. And so they could change kind of the screen setting kind of thing. So, and then they even had a place where they talked, where it's like, yes, we're going to play like an intermission commercial kind of thing. Because again, it was 1965. So, again, the music is beautiful. Again, it's something to, if you're homeschooling, you want to watch this, it's to look at old television. Because this was an original made for TV showing of this Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. And yes, they did a lot of musicals, strangely enough, involving Julie Andrews. But that's what this is. If you're looking at film history, if you're looking at different renditions of Cinderella, if you're looking at different musicals, this is a good thing to look at. Again, this was kind of a classic for me, and this is what I'd seen it on television. Rewatching was very interesting to see how, I hate to say this, fake the scenery is. It's very obvious that it's made of cardboard and paint, and the effects that they use are very, very simple. But it was 1965. Television was brand new. And this was in color. So again, color television was brand new. But it's very beautifully done. You're really more focusing on the singing and the acting rather than the scenery. Because this is what Rodgers and Hammerstein are known for. They're known for their musicals. So that's really it for this review. I really do love this. It's definitely family friendly. There's nothing in this. It's very simple. It's 2 acts. If I remember correctly. Or no. It's 3 acts. You have the first act, which introduces everybody. The prince is the stepmother. Cinderella meets the prince because he's coming home from being gone for like a year. She gives him water even though she's not supposed to. Her mother and stepsisters are off somewhere. The actress who plays one of the stepsisters in this one, she looks older than the mother in this one, so I can't remember. Let's see, who's the playing the actress? Stepmother. Does it give me stepsisters here? No. But she looks very, very old. She looks very, very old in this. She looks older than the stepmother, but I'm guessing they were picked for their voices. But it's fun to look at this kind of historic thing and listen. The music is phenomenal. And that's it. I am going to cover the 1995 version, or the 1997 version with Brandy. It's coming up because that's something else I remember from my childhood. So I will be covering that one as well. But I wanted to do this one on its own because it's still beautiful. It's still a great Cinderella story. It's still a great way to look at some of these early television broadcasts and how they did it and how you would have seen it on television back in the 60s. So that's it for this review. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. I do a lot of films. I do lots of children's book reviews, teen book reviews, educational stuff. We are a non-religious homeschooling family, so that's where some of my head is at when I'm doing some of these videos. I will be adding slowly some more homeschool related reviews as my child gets older. As of right now, she's 3, so we're just kind of getting there. We also do, we're a family who likes to travel, so I do some kids travel stuff, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So particularly as my daughter gets older and we start exploring homeschooling stuff. So like and subscribe, check out what I've got, and look forward to more. Thank you.